Now, you know how Donald Trump has shifted his position on providing support to Ukraine? Well, now we're giving weapons to NATO. Okay, they can fight, they can win the war. Unfortunately, he's being morally consistent with this one. He actually wants to use, American resources to help all kinds of struggling nations, including Argentina. Prosperity is ahead for the people of Argentina. Yeah, the country's falling apart. Remember that period of time where like every day there were all the right-wing checkmark accounts on Twitter were posting updates on how Milei's epic gutting of the government over there was helping the economy, and then they went like weirdly quiet after a while. Afuera, afuera. No amount of money can help them because the system fundamentally is broken over there. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said this week that if New York City needed a federal bailout under the leadership of Zohran Mamdani, it would be rebuffed by the Trump administration with two words: drop dead. But Argentina is a different story. The Treasury Department has been working to prop up its sputtering economy, and on Wednesday, Mr. Bessent declared the U.S. was ready to extend a $20 billion lifeline. That is not insignificant. That's a pretty large bailout for Argentina's economy. The moves are intended to buttress the fortunes of Javier Milei, his embattled president, whom President Trump sees as a kindred political spirit. Oh yeah, they're very, very good friends. Oh yeah, that's right. The moves have been rebuked by American agriculture groups whose members have been hurt by Trump's trade war with China and are anxiously awaiting economic support. All the soybean farmers are waiting out there with their hat in hand, waiting for their bailout. Please, Trump, sir, we know we voted for you. We voted for this. We voted for this money. But unfortunately, Argentina is getting it first because, as it turns out, Trump considers Argentina a useful political ally and does not give a shit about farmers. It's one of the ways in which he and I are similar. Except Kowalski. The American Soybean Association says that frustration's overwhelming. You know what else pisses me the fuck off? The fact that this is the only group media gives daytime to, complaining that jobs are hard. Fucko, jobs are hard in lots of places, okay? The economy's rough in lots of places. You know, there's plenty of industries where people are struggling. Why is it the American Soybean Association gets like the so much airtime? I know there are farmers, but like there are a lot of people out there who are suffering, but they are the ones for whom bailouts are like a supposedly legitimate economic concern. Put this segment in the... Actually, why is news not covering this? I don't see anything from the major news networks on this. Why are they being quiet today?
It looks like the United States is going to bail out Javier Milei and the Argentinian...
That's great. This isn't the key duo I'm looking for, though. Seriously, where's Argentina CNN? Nothing. No one cares. No one cares. What are they talking about today? I don't know. What is everyone... Why is the media being quiet? Hello? Hello? No, really, look at this. The president promised a $20 billion bailout to a foreign country. Why is Al Jazeera English 2 weeks ago? Why does this keep happening? TLDR is good. Yeah, but that's not a major news org. I'm talking... I don't just want what's true. I want how they present what they say is true. That's more important to me. There are articles but no videos. What about what Bessent said? Bessent was the one who announced this, wasn't he? Wednesday, Bessent declared the U.S. was ready to extend a $20 billion lifeline. So where is that? Is it also on Fox Business? I'm going to Fox Business. I'm looking at Fox Business. Amazon Prime, California, Schumer, money laundering, Wind, O'Leary, China. I don't get it. I don't get it. Here's CNN. That's an article, not a video. People watch videos. Nobody reads articles. If they're not putting out videos on it, nobody knows that it's happening. I read articles. Nobody cares. Unbelievable. Ridiculous. Reading is for chumps. I have always said that. And we have Argentinians here in Spain that whine about how Milei is saving the country. Yeah, the expats are always the most patriotic ones, right? It's like when you see a guy defending Erdogan online and you know for a fact that he lives either in Berlin or London. No, it came to me in a dream, Emo Vulcan. Video? This is first post. What the fuck is this?
Well, the markets are in turmoil. Look at the Argentine peso. Last month, it was trading at 1,300 against the dollar. This Monday, it rose to almost 1480. Basically, the currency lost a lot of its value. And it's not good news for any country, especially not for a country that is sinking in debt. Simply put, Argentina...
That's actually pretty bad. That's actually pretty incredible, especially considering the dollar's been dropping as well. Well, whatever. Why do Indians care more about Argentina than Americans? Why do you think they do? Did you infer that about the population of 1.4 billion Indians? Because there's a video where a woman with an Indian accent is speaking? English is the language of news media in India, so there's a lot of English-speaking, Indian-accented news out there. That being said, it is pretty goddamn weird that this isn't being more widely talked about. This might be part of the reason. Well, yeah, Milei has always been a Trump
Bien,
sim.
cuando se viola la igualdad ante la ley o se abren las puertas de forma indiscriminada a la inmigración por razones políticas. Contrariamente a lo que es la inmigración, en este caso se trataría de...
That's great.
Thank you very much.
DW is covering it? Yeah, but that's not American news media.
por encima de la inflación.
Milei is losing ground to the opposition.
He's doing a really good job.
And I think the US doesn't want to lose Argentina standpoint. I think there's a political push here from the Trump administration to show that the dollar can do so much good for a country.
Donald Trump has pledged his support to the Argentine President Javier Milei and his 2 years of radical economic policies that aim to pull that inflation-plagued country back from the brink. To find out what this support and news from the World Bank means for South America's...
Yeah, I don't really care about this. Again, you guys misunderstand. When I say I want to find a video in it, the reason I'm looking for American news media is because the interesting thing to me, and this is a media comprehension thing, the interesting thing is not the facts of the situation, right? The facts of the situation are known. $20 billion is being pledged to support the Argentinian economy. The interesting part is how this is being talked about. It's the propaganda. It's the way in which it's being framed. That's what I'm interested in. Why do you think I look at Fox News, right? It's not because I want to know about the facts of the situation. This is just two, I assume, experts talking, or at least one expert and one pundit. What am I going to learn from this? Facts? That's not what I'm interested in.